Good evening. My name is Witchel Joseph. I'll be your tutor for today. And I just want you to know a little bit about me. I'm a really fun tutor. So my motto as a tutor is that once it's fun, it's no longer difficult. So we're gonna make this easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's go. So the first thing that I really enjoyed that you did is that you did properly write that f of x is equal to y. That is true. But now let's read the problem together. So it says that some values in the linear function, so linear function is key right here, are shown in the table above. What is the value of f of 3? So now whenever you see this right here as a linear function, you have to think about the equation of a line, all right? So the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. You actually divided the numbers by each other, but you have to realize that these are actually more like coordinates. So think of them, so you don't divide the numbers to find the constant rate of change. You actually have to plug it into these equations. So think about of 0, -2, 2, 4. These are like points on the coordinate plane. You do know about the coordinate plane, right? X and Y axis. Great, great. So we can move ahead. Um, so think of these as points. So now what we can do is we can plug them in to find out these missing pieces. We don't know what M is. We don't know what B is, even though we can plug in X and Y. So let's figure them out. Find the piece of the puzzle, and then the whole picture will be clear. So now we can take this point right here, and if we plug it in, the Y, so again, this is the X, and this is the Y, in case you were wondering, right? So Y is equal to mx, right? So we don't know what m is, but we know x in this example is 0, right? Because there's this the x. You do see that, right? And then that's going to be plus b. So we don't know what b is, or do we? Because now we know m times 0 is 0, right? And then you bring this down, you're going to get plus b, and you got -2. So now you know that b is -2. You guys see that? Does that make sense? Why b is -2? Great. So we know b. All right. So that's one piece of the puzzle. We got to find another piece. So what we're going to use, we're going to use another coordinate to find another piece. So now let me write this in a different color so it's not confusing in here. So now we have y, which is 4, is equal to m, which we don't know, right? But we know x in this example is 2. And we do know what b is, which is -2, because we just figured it out. B is -2. So now, when we solve this, we have to add 2 on both sides. Are you familiar with algebra? So that the numbers cancel out to bring all the numbers on one side and all the letters on one side. So now we have 6, which is equal to 2m, right? And if we divide by 2 on both sides, we get m is equal to 3. All right, so notice we got m and we got b. All right, so now we have the missing pieces. Let's plug in and find the value of f of 3. Notice that we had to take those steps first. So I do enjoy that you are focusing and you are on track to figure this out. So now let's make it easy. So now all you do is plug them in. Now we can rewrite this equation since we figured out the missing pieces, right? So we have y is equal to 3x minus 2. You see how we did that? So now we can plug in 3 for x because this means x is going to be equal to 3. That's what we do. We plug in 3 for x. So now we have y is equal to 3 times 3 minus 2. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 2 is 7. So we know that the answer is B, because I didn't write the answer choices, but it was B7. A was, just so you know, A was 6, C was 8, and D, option number D was 9. So now the correct option is actually B, 7. And yes, and you see why. And you see all the steps. So if it's any way confusing, definitely let me know if you would like to do another example. I think we should definitely do another example so that you can do it without me, even if it makes sense right now. It's oftentimes once we leave here where you're trying to remember all the steps. So hope you enjoyed that, and continue to work on math, and we will help you improve your score. All right, have a good day.